Hello, everyone. Today I am going to be doing something a tiny bit different. Of course, we're going to do some puzzles, of course. And after that, I wanted to do Botez gambit games. And what that means is basically I sacrifice my queen within the first few moves, preferably for a pawn, and basically try to win that way. It's a back rank mate. He can defend this way or this way, but it's only a one move defense, so it's good. I don't have to worry about this check because I'm putting him in check, so he has to deal with that first. All right, from here, same thing. Let's go up. Another. And these are very, very common first couple puzzles, and in games, is usually you get checkmate or something close. I like this setup right here. The queen will go here for checkmate. It's attacking these squares. These are covered right here, and these pawns are blocking the king. And to be honest, this is actually a kind of a common checkmate as well. If you know how to look for them, you'll be able to set them up. It's actually pretty common. Here you have two pieces here. That'd be a check, and the king can't move. This is blocking the king. So this is all covered. For here, this is like, I think it's called a ladder mate. This is a check. The king can't be here. He has to move, but he can't move because of this rook. And he can't take the rook either because he's in check. So he can't even take the rook, and that's when it's checkmate because of it. Here, this is a check. He has to move back, but he can't. Why? Because it's covered. So that makes it checkmate. Pretty simple. Let's see here. This right here is a check. King can't escape. Queen has all those covered, and it's checkmate because his pieces are blocking him in. It's amazing how many times they're blocked in by their own pieces. Here, this is defended by the rook. The king can't go here, and he can't go here, right? So the only two squares the king has is this one and this one, right? The only two squares that he has. And you can take them both away in one move with the knight. It'd be check and this, so it's checkmate. Here, the king is out and open. This right here is a check. It's defended by the knight. The queen has everything covered, so that's a checkmate. All right, and this will be the last one that I get to the games. Check, king moves back, check, and checkmate. I think I've had enough of a warm up. I really want to get into the. So I made it to I think, was it 1200 or 1100 or something like that. By sacrificing my queen. I'm gonna go with a 10-minute games. Maybe a little better. Yeah, it's a 1150. And I always go here, and I'm gonna sacrifice my queen. That's basically it. Like, just sack my queen. And what happened here is that he gave me, I have a weakness right now on this square. So I'm going to go ahead and do my best to attack it, like full force. I have no queen, and I'm going to have to develop and try to win as fast as possible. Here, if I go here, I can't come in to call check. He will come up, but I don't have a follow-up. So I can use this, make it look like I'm defending this pawn, but in reality, I'm going to be getting ready to try to attack. It looks like a defensive move, but it's really meant for attacking. Because I want to bring my knight in somewhere so I can attack him. Okay, and that's perfectly fine. I'm going to castle, let him take this pawn. It's really not a big deal to lose material for development after losing the queen. It's perfectly okay to lose this pawn. It really is. It's really not that important. What's more important is that I bring my pawn up, my rook in, my other rook in, and hit his king that cannot castle. That is more important than anything else. Okay, he did it. And he might go back. And when he does, I can come here. I'm threatening this square over here. I'm glad he's taking his time. I think he realizes that this can be dangerous, and he's like really trying. So that's really important. A lot of people when they're up a piece, they just think that they're going to easily win and not really try that hard. Here, if I call check, the king will move away, and then I have to defend my knight, right? Let's say I go here, call check. He'll move over. I'll defend my knight. He'll kick my knight, and then I lose my piece, right? If I go this way, I'm threatening the rook. He can come over, and I have to figure out a way to um to make something happen, right? That's basically it. Either way, I can just go straight here immediately, and then if he hits my knight, maybe come in. Let me see here. If he comes in, I can actually. Well, if I attack the queen that way, he can just take it. Because this isn't developing, it's not pinning anything, so I can't move my knight here yet. I have this move. If he takes, well, I can't. Actually, I don't have that move. I don't move this up here. It's going to create a weakness in my king, but it's designed so I can maybe get my rook involved. So I don't mind creating weaknesses when I have this situation when I second my queen. I just want to like I don't care about any imbalances, any weaknesses. I don't care about a lot of that stuff. I really care more about development more than anything else. Okay. Now, can I get away with this? And then what? I mean, he moved bishop here. That'd be bad for me. Weird. Oops. I'm thinking. I thought ahead of time. That's okay. I'll take and let's see what happens. I hate when I try to think ahead of time and I move as if I made a different move. It does happen sometimes, but that's okay. It happens when I usually try to overanalyze too much, where I think like I'm, when I feel too stressed or something. And I got to get over that for sure. That's definitely one of my things that I've noticed. Now he can't really attack anything. This is covered. This is covered. My guess is that if I go here to attack his queen, he's going to put his queen here, and if he does that, I can actually attack the knight. I mean, he can't really put anything here because I can just it's kind of a wasted move. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. I think he wasted a move, but my concern also is this check here. So like, let's say I go here, you can call it check. If I were to move over, this wouldn't work anymore because this knight can just block it all. So moving this might not be a good idea, even though it kind of looks like it a little bit. Let's see here. Actually, the best thing I can do is try my best to attack. So I'm just going to go ahead and do it because I need to constantly be attacking anyways. I'm making threats. That's literally the main thing about this. If I play too normal, I'm just going to lose. Okay, that was smart. Very smart. He's threatening to move this and call it check. So I'm going to move out the way. I might hit the queen this way and then come in for the check. I might. It looks like this would be the only way to come in for a check. And how could I generate an attack after that? Well, I mean, I would win the rook, obviously, if that happened. I'm like giving up everything. He can't take it anyways because my rook's, so it's not like he can take it and then got a check. So that was a bad try. This right here pins the knight, which I should do. It's not like he can move it somewhere to call check because my king's over here. If my king was here, that'd be different. He'd be calling check and then possibly taking it. I wouldn't be able to take it, but all right, that's good. That is good. If I take and the queen takes, I don't have this yet because he's still defending it. But if I take, he takes, and then my rook in, I can bring my other rook in. So I think that's what I should do. He's playing a lot of his queen that he has, but his pieces are not developed, none of them. So I'm trying my best to like activate everything, like completely. Oh, that's bad. That was too fast. That was too fast. Too fast. All right, this one fell apart. This one definitely fell apart. That's okay. I'll definitely do the next one for sure. It's not too bad. Where is my chat anyways? Okay. They have it set up differently now for some reason. I think they updated it or something. It's like kind of a little weird. Not too weird. Yeah, even though I get the rook, I lost the rook, and he can bring his queen back. So it's basically game over. I probably should just resign and then try again for sure. I think I should do that. There's really no point in doing this. Well, he didn't see that he could do that. I'm going to try to get it out, I guess, and see if I can. But oh, yeah, never mind. I'm doing too much. All right. Let's go ahead. Now here, to sacrifice the queen, I usually have to move one of these two. I'm just gonna move it up one square. When I go up here, and then I can't really do the queen stack right away. But when they'll come in, the queen into these to basically let him do that. And now everything's about development. If he takes here, I develop with check. Everything's about development after this. He did not take the pawn. If he comes down this way, I don't like it too much. I actually can just move this up, but then he can come down and clamp. If he comes down and clamp, my bishop isn't that bad. It's not super bad. And these pieces can develop normally. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. I'm just going to go ahead and see if he wants to clamp down, if he understands the positional part. He probably doesn't, but he might. And if he does, I'll just go ahead and develop and bring my bishop in. And all right, he's looking for a nice cheap thing here. It's not going to work. That's a free. He gave me a free piece, which isn't really worth doubling my pawns for, to be honest. I mean, yeah, he's up material, but that's not. I mean, I guess it's kind of okay a little bit, but it's not at the same time. Here, I'm gonna just castle, and then I'm gonna get myself, and then I'm gonna start attacking. Bring my bishop back, defend, over, and try to do all that. All right, well, I guess not. I'll defend this way. But if I defend this way, he takes his pawn. All right. So if I go back down here, he'll take. So I might have to just bring the knight back. Watch out for this square, because if I move my bishop back, he can come here and get my knight and my rook. So before I move my bishop back, I might do my pawn up first. So always have to, you really have to pay good detail to like different positional stuff when you do this. It's actually really yeah. So either you're going for fast extreme development or you're doing this. and I try to go for fast development first. And if I can't, like in this situation, I really couldn't, then I go for the other. Now here would be bad for me because if I take and he takes back, and he has like he has these two pawns here, and I can't really shake them easily. I can move my knight around, but they're both on light squares, and I have a dark square bishop, and I have a knight, and it's just going to be a little bit difficult, and I don't like it, so I'm not going to do it. But I will devote my bishop over here and get ready to for like a possible attack and bring this pawn up one. Yes, that's fine. I might even bring a pawn up again just to have this threat for the queen. But he can block it. He can block it with the pawn. So, all right, that's not bad. But he can't do anything because this is defended, right? So he can't really do anything. And if he tries like a cheap check like this to do something, I just move my king out the way. I mean, he can take here because his queen is also attacking it. Maybe it's a little bit more of a threat than I thought it was. But if I move it out the way, there's nothing to worry about, right? If I just go over here and call check, I'm going to do that. There's really nothing to worry about because this check here, I just move over and his attack is over. He has nothing else to do. All right, this is a check. And he can move back again, but then what am I doing after that? It's really unclear. I'm thinking about moving my rook up one just to help strengthen this. I'm not entirely sure how to continue from here. Yeah, I think so. I want to overprotect this pawn, overprotect it. That way, in the future, if I need to move my rook over, it's perfect because it's overprotected. That's what overprotection does for your pieces. He actually can go here if he wanted because it's pinned. And then if I would have moved up, he would have taken my rook. And now that's not possible. So he still can come in, and I can kick the knight without worrying about my rook. That's another reason why I had to bring it up. But he's held on pretty well. He's definitely held on pretty well, for sure. All right. Now I'm gonna move the king over, and then move the bishop back, and then go up. All right, because then if I do it that way, because if I move the bishop back right now, and he would have called check, I actually can just take it. So I actually can bring the bishop back now. I'm gonna do that because if he had the idea of doing it, he might fall for it thinking that he still can win the piece. Not sure, because a lot of times when people calculate, especially early on, they don't redouble their efforts of calculations. They just don't. And this right here attacks the knight. The knight has to move. It's like a free knight. Oh, then again, this is defending it, and I can't without the king until I move it, which I'm going to. So I think he lost a piece here, another one. We're trying to be defensive and complicated at the same time, for sure. And even though I might be, it looks like I'm winning another night. After I do, it's not a guarantee win, right? I'm over one because I'm still actually losing. In all intentions and purposes, I'm still technically losing. But at least here, at least I can do is at least grab the knight from here or the queen. In this case, I just grab the queen. He'll take my rook. And when I hit the knight, his knight has nowhere to go. But he can bring it back to defend. If he brings his bishop here, I can take the knight. So I'm not too worried. He can bring his knight here, and then I can bring my bishop back. So right now, we're kind of even with material right now. So it's not entirely bad for him anymore. Or me, I mean. It's not entirely bad for me anymore. I'm just in a bit of a passive situation. That's all. Now, if I move up here, I'll be blocking off his bishop. And then he can move his knight away. And if I try to trade it, that's not good because I have the bishop here. So how would I maneuver in here now that I'm basically equal? I want to have my knight here, but I don't see a way to do it. My knight really has no good squares. I mean, I can always go over one, but that's leaving this possibility at some point. My knight is going to be forced to be weird. But if I go up and I trade, would my knight have somewhere to go after that? Yeah, because I can move my king over and my knight over. So I'm going to do it for activity. My knight has nowhere to go. I don't like the idea of trading my knight bishop for a knight, but because I need this piece to move, I'm going to have to do it. I'm going to have to. I'm going to go up one, and then my knight can finally come in and have some play. So I had to find a way to untangle my pieces, basically. All right. All right. So this bishop is almost locked out. I'm going to be forced to move up one and over if I want to active. I really can't wait for that. If I wait next round, he's just going to go up, and my bishop is basically locked in. This is pawns, and this is pawns. And then if I manage to go around here and up here, this is still pawns, and this is still pawns. So everything is pawns, right? So I'm going to have to just move it up one, even if it sacrifices the pawn at some point for development, even if at some point he finds a way to come in, because I really need to develop, right? I need to do something. I'm not worried about it because I can defend, but I also have to worry about this, and I can just take out the king, so it's fine. So like if I came back over here and he took, I'm not taking with the pawn, I'm taking with the king. All right. I kind of want to go here just to have something going, but no, I'm a bishop. No idea. He takes, and I take up the knight, and I'll be defending the square again. If he doesn't take, okay, there he goes. Now my rook can come over and start attacking his king. My bishop can finally come in very soon. I think I should probably do the bishop move now, because if he goes back one, he's just blocking my bishop and also attacking. Him going here, he's probably looking to go here. I can move this up one to stop it, and he really can't do anything. He can't come here. He can't move his rook here because of my knight. So this actually really restricts his attacking, and then I can move my rook in and then bring my knight over somewheres to like call it check. I'm going to go ahead and do that. It looks really bad, but it's not. I have a lot of the squares control. This rook has to move back. Or there. That's fine too. But either way, he's not going to be able to do anything. So I'm going to go ahead and move my rook over. If I call it check this way, he's losing his rook. Okay, that's not going to happen. But if I go over here, can I attack? This check won't do anything because he's protected, right? So I'm going to go ahead and move this over. I want him to feel threatened by this. I need him to move his bishop if I'm going to have a successful attack here. My position is still not super great because I can't really infiltrate but it's still better than what is before. So now if I go here, I'm forking them, but he can call it check, so it doesn't matter. So now I'm forced to go back to defend, and then I can go over here and fork his pieces. unless he defends it. Okay, he defended it somewhat, right? This is a check. What is he going to do? His rook has no more squares. So if I move here now, he can't go here or here. Yeah, this is definitely winning the rook. I know I trapped it earlier. Before he had more squares, he could have went back here, but his king blocked it off. So you always have to like really know all the stuff, like positionally, not just tactics. And when you notice small things like that, you can come back to it whenever the things change a little bit because you already know, hey, this is where he can go, this is where he can't go. It's like, oh, now you can't go there no more, and I remember I can do this, and that type of thinking is very helpful because you don't lose track of what's going on. So it's not simply just best move, and tactics and best move. Like there's a certain element to chess that's I think really nice. I really do enjoy. Think about going here just to call check and attack his rook. Or I can just call check now. But the check now, he can just move away. So I'm going to go over here first. I like the idea of... Okay, he resigned. All right, that's pretty good. Won a game without my queen. I'm going to do one more. Feels pretty good when I do that. I know it's not really a high rating, but it's still really nice. All right, now I can't really sack it here, right? Because he moved up. So, and I want to go back, but he can just move his knight in, right? So it's like, I want to sack, but I want to sack with like weaknesses. So I'm going to go over here to try to sack again. And if he defends this way, I don't want to win him. I'll just sacrifice it against his bishop if he blocks it this way. Like I really, Okay, there it goes. That's what I wanted. And bring my bishop out, but then you can come here. I don't like this as much as I normally like my setups. So I'm going to go ahead and do a different type of a setup here. Yeah, for that reason. I don't like this. So now I'm going to do something different to make up for it. I'm going to move up, bring my knight in, castle, bring my bishop over and my knight in and attack that way. So that's pretty much my idea. Now, if he trades, that's not very good for me because I need my pieces to attack, right? Do I want my bishops or my knights? I think I want my knight more. I mean, my bishop more. This is fine. Everything here is blocked off, so the knight can't really come in. Everything is hit by, pawns. He was actually better off going over here instead on this square because he'll have this and a possible attack when he brings his pawns in. I can attack his knight, make him move back. Perfectly fine for me. And then from here, I can actually go here. The only thing I'm worried about, the only thing is him moving his bishop back and his pawn again. So if I go up to make it strong, and he goes back, how can I justify what I did? Oh, my battery is low. 19%. Okay, this is definitely the last one. So how would I deal with that? If I go up and he goes here and he's attacking this pawn, how would I deal with that? The best way would be to move here. So I'm playing a very close position in this one instead of my more aggressive types. Battery saver is on. All right. He's sacrificed. Oh, he didn't sacrifice his knight because his rook. I missed that. That is okay. All right. Maybe 3 games with this is too much for me. It is very stressful because it's like you don't want to lose anything. And now he can come in and take here if I move a bishop out the way. So I have to let him take my bishop. Or I can let him take my pawn. Let's say I move here. And he takes my pawn. If I bishop out the way, he'll just take and then destroy my structure too. So I think how would I want to deal with this? If I move him out the way, he takes, I can take. I can move bishop out the way because of I'm gonna go for development. That's what I need. That's what I've been needing to do, and I really kind of try to close everything off. And he has more of a force than I do, obviously. So that was kind of bad. I normally don't do that for that reason, but I felt like it here and kind of didn't work out exactly. I kind of missed a few small things. Now the idea would be to go here, but he can just go back, and I think he knows chess principles. It looks like he does know them. Not everyone at this level does, but the trading is better, and I think he's finding ways to trade. I'm gonna try to kick his bishop out. I want to bring my bishop here, and I don't want him to come here. I want him to go somewhere weird, and then go here, and then try to break this open. Okay, he went there anyways. How do I attack that? Do I come in? Actually, I do because I want to break this open. Right, so I'm going to do that. The only thing that sucks is my bishop isn't here. I wanted my bishop to prevent his pawn from moving. I didn't want him to use his queen, basically. But if he goes here, then I can take. He can take. All right. That's fine by me. It doesn't really do much. All my pieces are safe and protected. Wants to break that open, and that's fine by me. I can't hit his knight, forcing his knight to move before he takes. Because if he takes and I take back, what is his knight going to do? He might go here anyway. So me doing this might help him go to where he's already going. Here might be a little different, but then he can just come in. Let's say I go here. Well, actually, he can just take here, and if I take back, he can go here. Here's also my rook hitting the bishop. Yeah, if I hit the bishop with the rook, he has to go here, and then I'll take. He'll take, and this is open. This is like really, really horrible, actually. Very, very horrible. I might be 2 losses and 1 win without my queen. This pawn is. I wanted my bishop. I'm like really trying to figure out exactly how to do this. Oh, I have to do this because this pawn will fall if I take off my rook. So I'm going to go ahead and do this. I want the option open to take off my rook. And if he goes here, okay. I think I know what I want to do, but I'm not 100% sure how well it's going to turn out. I know the eval bar will just say I'm losing and there's no point, but I want to do this. All right. Okay. From here, if I take this way, he can take. So I'm assuming that I have to take this way. He still can come down and attack my knight. And my knights are pinned to each other and they have like different attacks, which is bad. So I gotta find a way to fix that. Because he has his rooks lined up and he has his bishop this way. There's a lot of squares that he's controlling on my side of the field. And I don't have much of a way to go to do anything about it. So I'm thinking about just moving my knight. But if I did that, he can take. And if I take back, he can take. And you just won a whole piece. So I can't do that. But if I move this knight and he takes and I take, he can actually go here to hit this knight twice. And I can't defend it twice. So he gave up this knight, but he's getting it. That's weird. He gave up a knight, but he's no matter what, he'll be winning a piece. That's really, really weird. I'm gonna go here and try to see something. Yeah, he has all his pieces like activated, which is I never see people at this level do that. Activate all their pieces. I mean, I can. I'm gonna have to. I didn't want to do this because I want to break it open. I'll use my pawns to break open this so I can start attacking with my rooks. I don't know if he's got lucky and did it by accident or not, but or if he actually really understands chess principles. Oh yeah, I mentioned this earlier. The trade and then he gets this. Yeah, that's deflection tactic, which is actually considered an advanced tactic. So he understands chess principles and some advanced tactics. I'm gonna have to defend it first, and then after he pushes, I mean, I can just go here, can't I? I think I can. No, because if he attacks it, I think I can maneuver. I think I got it. Okay, this is my idea: is to move the knight out the way and deliver a check at the same time. The best square for that, I don't know what it is yet, because this right here, I would lose a knight for the rook just to do that. So I don't think that's very good. I'm gonna move up one just to take this square away from his queen. Now I'm going to have to move back. And I want to keep it close enough for a check. And I want to be able to bring my rook into the game. I'm going to try to checkmate him back here somehow. All right. This looks like it might be good. This is the only move to attack my king. I have this check. It blocked this square. Wow, that's a counter attack on the wing. A counter. Battery's running low. I know. It's my last game. Oh, I lose this check. And he takes my rook. Yeah, this guy really, like the first one I lost was just because like I lost, but this guy really knew his chess stuff, which is really odd for this level. Joined 15 days ago. My king has nowhere to move. So instead of getting the free piece, he has a checkmate threat. This is the only move to stop a checkmate threat that I know of. And I'm going to go here to be able to take this pawn. I had to move somewhere. I'm not entirely sure what to do in this situation. There's a lot going on and it's pretty complicated. If he can take here, I take back. And he takes here. Oh, he has a checkmate. Yeah. I wish I could do game reviews. Well, I actually can. It's let me do one at least. I'm gonna try to see. I had to screen share it. How do I change the screen share? I don't see how to change it after I started it. All right, I'm gonna stop streaming because I can't really share it screen while in the middle of it. So, all right, good game. I'm gonna go check it out. All right, thank you.